start this video off, all I want to say is today did not go as expected. Hi guys, welcome back. Unfortunately, I did not film an intro, but I am going to voice over and fill you guys in. It's around 6:30 to 7 a.m. and I get to feed the ponies, get them their hay and grain, and then take off their sheets and tack them up. And to start off my morning, I tacked up Lime and then I schooled her in the ring, as in the morning we arrived so early I'm able to ride in the ring. Lime and I prepare for the large regular pony division by flatting about 30 minutes in the morning. And here are a few clips of us flatting. After flatting and warming up Lime, I had to clean my tall boots as they were super dirty, as the ring surface was kind of wet, and when I cantered, some of the sand flicked onto my boots. So I cleaned my boots, and Lime has about an hour before the division starts, as I finished flatting her around 7:30, and I think that the large pony division started at 8 or 8:30. This first round is the marshal and stealing round, and we went ahead and cantered right in, as the first jump was in the front of the ring, and I didn't want to do a courtesy circle as I wanted to prepare Lime for the handy round where you'd have to canter straight in. So we come around, we come in front of this trot jump to make our turn into that first outside line jump. Then we come around this gray Stonehenge jump. And this course is very similar to what a handy round would look like, and then we come over this diagonal line, the second part of it, and then I turn really tight into this trot jump. And Lime relaxes her head, and we come to it, and we landed on our left lead, which I was super pleased with. And then you kind of do like a bending line into the second part of the outside line, and then you're required to halt. Now this may not seem like a great halt, but for Lime and I, this is so much improvement, as we have had so much trouble halting. But anyways, we picked up our left lead canter after halting, and she picked up her left lead super nicely. And we're going to go to this single jump with like the log wings, and then we landed on our right and I have to switch to our left, so I couldn't turn in front of that diagonal jump. I had to go around it, and then I go over that diagonal single, and then I switch off to my right lead, and that finishes the course. And I do my courtesy circle. We placed second in the marshal and stealing round, and I was super pleased with that, as that was the first course of the morning. Is our first large pony hunter round, and to start off the course I walked in, and then I picked up my trot about halfway through the ring, and then I'm about to pick up my right lead canter, as the very first jump will be this diagonal single. So I'm going to come around the back of the ring and head towards the diagonal single. Right now Lime is holding a nice and consistent pace, and I'm just trying to sit tall and keep her steady. We get a really nice distance to that jump, and we landed on our left lead, so I just ride into our turn just to keep everything smooth and keep her pace consistent. And then I make a little bit of a sharp turn, but this helps me get a better distance into this oxer. And then I landed on my left lead, so I had to switch to my right lead as the turn was to the right. And I'm again going to ride out into this turn to the outside line, and we come in nice and slow, which is exactly what I want, as Lime's stride is huge. So if she's going really fast, she's not going to get the pony distance, she will get a horse distance. Anyways, after that outside line, I ride way out into this diagonal line, giving us a great distance. And we get the correct distance into this line. and we switch off to the left lead as the turn is to the left. And to wrap up the course, I'm gonna head down this outside line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strides. And she stayed so consistent during this round, which I was really pleased with. And I think the consistency helped with the placing as we ended up first in this round. This next round is our handy round, and I canter right in as that's what the instructions said to do. So my filmer didn't quite get it zoomed in at first as I did canter in super fast. But anyways, we head to that gray jump and then we make a sharp turn to the diagonal next to the first jump. And then we come around, I change to my right lead, and we're gonna head off to this diagonal line, and we're gonna go down the whole entire diagonal line. I actually could have made that turn tighter into the diagonal line to make this course more handy, as this is the handy round. Anyways, we're gonna head off to the first part of the outside line, and then we're gonna turn to the second part of this diagonal oxer, giving us a handy turn. And Lime does this super nicely. I was very pleased with that turn. And then I felt like this turn was a lot more tight, but it actually on film doesn't look as tight as I thought it was. But anyways, we land on our right lead, switch off to our left as that's what's needed. And then we go over this oxer, landed on our right again, so we switch to our left. And our pace is actually holding very consistent, and that actually finishes the course. I want to go into a little bit more detail on how they place each day. So each day they wait till everyone in the large pony division has done all their over fences rounds. This means the large pony hunter and the handy round have to be done by every single person in the division. Meaning that just because everyone's finished that first large pony hunter round, they're not going to place it until everyone finishes the handy too. And they announce both of those results at the same time. So the first results they announced was the large pony hunter round. And when they announced my number first, I was jumping up and down because that meant I had landed reserve. Because I had enough points, I just needed one more first, I was going to be set. And then they announced the handy round, and I placed first again. Now, this was just unbelievable, as this meant I had a clean sweep in the division for the day. And I still thought I had reserve, as I didn't do as well as I needed to in the flat to push me over to have enough points, or so I thought. And then they were working on announcing champion and reserve, but then they go, there's a discrepancy to my trainer. And I'm sitting here thinking they announced the large pony hunter round and the handy round wrong. I didn't really get first, and I definitely didn't get reserve. But what turns out is that I actually tied for champion with one of the other girls. And what they did to decide champion and reserve was they looked at the points and the scores. And it turned out Lime and I had higher scores and higher points, giving us champion. And I mean, how crazy was that? We were just aiming for reserve, as that's what my trainer and I thought we had the potential to do at this particular show. But we ended up taking home champion and qualifying for the large regular pony division for 2021.
That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing.
His first round's the classic round, and I do a courtesy circle to the left as the very first jump is in the front of the ring. It's the same first jump as the handy, but the handy said to canter in versus the classic, you're supposed to do a courtesy circle. We land on our left lead, and we're going to head out to this outside line, and we have a little more pace than I wish we had. And we head to this outside line, and we slow up coming to it, helping us get a good distance, and we get 6 strides down this line. And we landed on our right lead, so we had to switch to our left lead. But she didn't speed up when she switched her lead, which was good. And we're going to head to this diagonal single. And I had a lot of pace going off that outside line, so I sat up and slowed, giving us a nice distance to this diagonal oxer. And we're going to head out to the outside line. And this is where her stride opens up. Her pace doesn't necessarily get faster, it was more so just the fact she was starting to get a bigger step and covering more ground, leading to us getting a little bit of a chip on that second part of the outside line. Then we go into this diagonal line and we get a great distance coming up to it. But again, her step is a lot bigger, so we get a little bit of a half or smaller stride to the second part of the diagonal line. We still got the correct pony distance, it's just her step was a little bigger. And then to finish this course with the 9th jump is that jump next to the very first jump that we started with. Then we wrap up with our courtesy circle.
You chase away my fears. I'm on my own. You made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe.
And then after taking my ribbon pictures, I went and helped Ava tack up and prepare for her division.
I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
If you guys want to see Ava's try-on vlogs, her channel is AGK Equestrian, and I will have her comment pinned in this video, so go check that out. After a hard days of work or horse showing, we went and rode around bareback, and here are a few clips of us riding around. I made Lime go through some puddles for the fun of it to see if she would go through, and at first she was hesitant, but then finally she relaxed and was like, whatever kid, I'll go through the puddle. Then Ava and I and my sister with Papaya, as you can see Papaya looking back at the camera on this clip, we walked around Tryon, and then we walked in this ring and just rode around bareback.
I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Then Ava and I took out braids, as there's at least 30 to 50 braids in these ponies' manes, and that in itself was a lot of time and effort to take out the braids. And I thought braiding them was hard, taking out the braids was just as hard. No, it won't stick. There. Drop it! Drop! Right now! Okay, so that past clip was me attempting to get like a cute ribbon picture of Lime with her champion ribbon to post, but Lime had other plans and tried eating the ribbon, so yeah. And then here's Peaches being all perfect and holding still for a cute ribbon picture for Ava.
Peaches is like, I don't even know anymore. Oh, I'm just videoing. You're fine. No, you're... Okay, fine.
Attempt number 2 of Izzy trying to convince Lime to get a nice picture with her champion ribbon. Doesn't work. Lime decides that if I'm not going to let her chew the ribbon, she's going to chew the metal. So yeah, I just gave up. Then Ava and I rode around bareback, and I got to ride around in my green cooler.
Take away. I your phone. I'm online. Walking bareback. The amount of trust I have is little to none. Anywho, y'all can see me fall off on film.
Home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Wave. Woo. Look at our shadow. Anywho.
Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Slime. Hey, dude. Slime. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's
Right as we finished up loading Peaches and Lime on the trailer, Ava gets a bug stuck in her hair, which is what that whole little clip is. And here's the bug. It's kind of like in the reflection of the truck, and this is us trying to get it away from the trailer. In this clip, Lime almost looks like she's crying tears of joy to be home. But anyways, I filmed a few clips of her at home grazing. Before I wrap up the video, here are a few of the ribbon pictures I didn't already include or the edited versions. I do want to say by this next picture, I am so proud of how Ava and Peaches did for their first time at Tryon, getting some 4ths and 3rds, which is so good at Tryon. And I'm just so proud of how well they did. They make such a great team, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for them. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I had such a fun time making this video. Please let me know in the comments what types of videos you guys would like to see. I'll see you guys next time.